Shalom, Kala Yahba Shem Shalom to the elect. Hey, more judgment, more destruction from Yahba Shem. It says, deadly tornado sweeps through Czech villages, hundreds injured. It says, live from Moravska, Nova Vis, if I'm mistaken, that's how you pronounce it. It says on Friday, June 25th, where at least 5 people died due to severe weather. Over 100 have also been injured by the tornado and hailstorm which ripped through villages in the southeast of the Czech Republic. The powerful storm, and it's something similar happened. I want to say it was down in Alabama, if I'm mistaken. So the Most High really stirring shit up even more and more. And these storms definitely be his way he begin people. Let's play a little bit. Through the spirit when them hurricanes pass too. This is a tornado. When the hurricanes pass through the Caribbean and all that stuff, this go around. They're really gonna do some heavier damage than recently. And I know some people that's from Puerto Rico as well, some Ephraimites. And they've been letting me know about how the power and all that shit's still out down there in certain areas on them islands. Same thing like Bahamas, different little areas. So there's gonna be some more of this shit. We skip forward a little bit. And you got Israel scattered amongst them. To this other video. I was just looking at this recently too as well. It says dozens still missing, condo building collapse.
Well, good afternoon, everybody. I'm John Huddy, filling in for Rick Sanchez. Welcome to the show. We begin today with the breaking news out of Florida, where the search and rescue operation continues after a building partially collapsed in the town of Surfside. Surfside is just up the road from the famous South Beach in Miami, a couple miles. Surfside is part of Miami-Dade County and is basically a suburb of Miami right along the coast. Now, the ocean-facing portion of the 12-story Champlain Tower South condo building, which was built in 1981 and has 130 units, collapsed around 1:30 this morning.
Yeah. And they got drunk up by that shit in the Champagne Tower.
At least 50 units were destroyed. Now, 2 people have reportedly been pulled from the rubble, but dozens of others, including families, remain unaccounted for or missing. The number earlier was about 51 missing. Now that number has gone up to at least 99. One person is confirmed dead. There are still many unanswered questions about how this happened.
This how this happened. Let me go to this real quick. This is exactly how this happened. It's in the book of Zephaniah, chapter 3, verse 5. It said the just Lord is in the midst thereof. So how this went down, the Most High orchestrated this. It says he will not do iniquity every morning. If he bring his judgment to light, he faileth not, but the unjust knoweth no shame. So you see them sirens going off, them ambulances, fire trucks, and all that shit rolling around in the morning time. But the Most High orchestrated that. It started off early too. As soon as you wake up, you're like, damn, another fire truck, another ambulance. Hey, and this is why.
And why. But the images are absolutely stunning when you look at it. I got emotional earlier because I know this area.
Got emotional.
I'm very familiar with the area. So it's hard to see. Maybe it will be for you as well. A warning, yes. You know, it is tough to see some of these images. Half the building coming down, essentially pancaking. Miami fire and rescue crews searching for survivors or the bodies of victims. one survivor, this young boy right here. I'm trying to keep it together again. My apologies. Incredible and heartbreaking video of Miami-Dade County rescuers pulling this child, clearly in distress. God knows what happened to his parents, his family, from the tangled mass of concrete and steel.
Yeah, you're right. He do know what happened to him. Let me put another piece up real quick. See which one I want to get. There's so many of them, man. Just run through this all day. Oh, here go. Ooh. This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 8, verse 12. It says, "Are they ashamed of the abomination they have committed? No, they have no shame at all. They do not even know how to blush, so they will fall among the fallen. When I punish them, they will collapse," says the Lord. Man, come on, man.
As they desperately search for other survivors. At one point, you see one of the, actually very close, right around there, one of the firefighters actually kind of does a fist bump with this kid. I don't know the status of him. Clearly, he was taken to the hospital. Not sure about his condition, but obviously, our prayers are for all of the people impacted by this. I live in Miami. That's where I'm based. And as I said, this is an area I know well. The building is located along Collins Avenue. It's at 88th Street. It's my go-to place. I take my family, my wife, and my daughter there to the beach. It's a quiet residential area with older condominiums, apartments. There's some hotels, the Four Seasons of Surfside is right up the road. So there are a lot of families there. You always see people with their children walking their dogs. It's a real mellow part of that region, kind of the suburb of Miami. There are reports that the building was under construction and going through a recertification process, and that a building is...
Let me pause it. I'll let it play some more in a minute. Listen to the book of Isaiah, chapter 9, verse 13. Say, "For the people turneth not unto him that smiteth them, that smiteth them, neither do they seek the Lord of hosts." So even with all this going on, people be, "Oh, why this going on? Why this happening?" Hey man, the Most High is really orchestrating all this from on high. He ain't no person to get off his throne and do it, but he have his way of doing things. I can talk about how the angels visit the earth. We got Esau monitoring the heavens, space, and they see them ships. A lot more people been seeing them chariots. The scriptures clearly say the eyes of the Lord go to and from on the earth. Those are his eyes. They see what's going on. They see what's happening. They come cast out judgment. They come work on the minds of the people and make stuff move. It just so happened they made this damn building move.
Inspector may have been there as recently as Wednesday. I'm seeing the reports that possibly there was roof work going on in that building. Some of the neighboring buildings have been evacuated as a precaution. At least 100 fire rescue units are on the scene. By the way, they're still fighting a fire, apparently, that broke out in the rubble. Just adding another incredibly complicated layer to this massive effort that will likely last for days, if not longer. Florida Governor Ron DeSantis has been there. He was touring the area. He said the TV images do not do it justice. He's been speaking with officials while on the ground, trying to find out, who, what, where, when, why, how, what exactly went down, how this could have happened, particularly in this area. Look, these are buildings. Some of them go back to even 60s, 70s, more recently the 80s and 90s. A lot of them are hurricane-proof, but it is on the coastline. So the question is, was there a sinkhole? Was the foundation, the structural foundation compromised in some way? We'll have much more on this story coming up with a live report, or with a report anyway from my colleague and friend in Miami, Nicholas Sanchez Alvarado. In the meantime, here in Washington, D.C., the bipartisan talks continue over the framework for an infrastructure deal, and looks like there is a deal being drawn up. That story is coming up. There's a lot of news to get to because this is the news with Rick Sanchez.
All right, let me pause it. Yeah, so they still trying to build shit, man. Let me pull this other preset now in this video. Just grab a few more. Still trying to build shit up, man. If you ever been to Florida and know the actual history of Florida, that land is actually built up on top of some type of stone. Let me get the actual terminology for it real quick. There's actually water that flow literally right up under it. So as soon as on the air pockets or something move or sand shift, any building could collapse. There's been incidents where sinkholes will open up and swallow a whole house with people in it. So, and they still want to build up on that shit. Turn this in real quick. Oh, okay, that's what it was. Limestone. They actually give it another name. I'll just read this right here. It says in 1979, the Florida legislature designated agitized coral as a Florida state stone. It is described in the statute as a chalcedony pseudomorph after coral, appearing as limestone geodes lined with the lateriota, agate quartz crystals, and dressy quartz fingers indigenous to Florida. So the main part of the state, especially southern parts, from like all the way from Orlando over down to St. Petersburg and West Palm Beach, Hollywood, Florida, Miami, all the different areas, Florida Keys. That's what it's built on. So anything move or shake up down there, this will happen. And who calls that stuff to shake up? The Most High. So let's go get this precept real quick. It's in the book of 1 Samuel, chapter 2. Read on down. It's the book of 1 Samuel, chapter 2, verse 6. It says, the Lord killeth and maketh alive. He bringeth down to the grave and bringeth up. So whenever these incidences happen, that's who do it. Because you have people that still question, oh, why this happened? Now, who could do something like this? Well, it's going to be made known on a way higher level, because this is just something we seeing kind of small right now. It's a small number. We say it's up to like 99. I heard another Akim making a video. He was saying something about being 150 or something. So there's a lot of people in that building, and they still got to go through it, go through the rubble. Anytime about a fire broke out, and hey, people always say God is good. When you got to really read this book and see what it really says, because He is good. But the book of Psalms also say this. It says in chapter 47, verse 2, for the Lord the Most High is terrible. He is a great King over all the earth. This terrible right here. Just imagine you're in a building. Like, hey, I'm in a building. I be thinking about that shit too. And the Most High, be with me if something was to happen there. But hey, I always think about these type of incidences. All it takes is one set of bricks or some shit to move, or a damn rock or something to move from a certain area, and this type of destruction can happen. Let me get one more precept and then I end this up. It's in the book of Daniel, chapter 12, verse 10. It says, many shall be purified and made white and tried. So when you're going through your stuff, you're getting tested so you can get built up to carry yourself in a certain manner. So when stuff like this happen, it don't affect you. It says, but the wicked shall do wickedly, and none of the wicked shall understand, but the wise shall understand. So, hey, what side you going to be on? The wise side or the wicked side? Shalom to the left.